I used to love my old rice cooker until the day I noticed the black nonstick coating flaking off directly into my family's dinner. Discovering we were eating toxic forever chemicals completely ruined my appetite and sent me down a massive rabbit hole. Finding a truly safe, non-toxic rice cooker is incredibly frustrating with all the misleading marketing out there. In this video, I'm breaking down the top 7 non-toxic rice cookers I've personally tested to help you protect your health. But wait until you see our number 1 pick. It completely changed how I cook. 7. Elite Gourmet ERC006SS. The main appeal here is right in the name. It features a completely uncoated, surgical-grade 304 stainless steel inner pot, which immediately eliminates any worry about Teflon or other chemical coatings leaching into your food. When I first pulled out of the box, I appreciated its compact, lightweight design, which seemed perfect for smaller kitchens, tight countertop spaces, or anyone cooking for just 1 or 2 people on a daily basis. In terms of features, it is as basic as it gets, offering a simple one-touch operation that automatically switches over to a keep warm function once the cooking cycle is complete. I tested it with standard long-grain white rice, expecting the stainless steel to provide a clean, unadulterated flavor without any plastic taste. It does exactly what it promises by boiling the water and cooking the rice without any complicated settings, smart apps, or digital menus to navigate, which can be quite refreshing if you prefer analog appliances. However, my extensive testing revealed some significant downsides that made this cooker quite frustrating to use on a regular basis. Because it lacks a heavy-duty bottom or advanced heat distribution technology, the rice at the very bottom of the stainless steel pot almost always scorches and sticks fiercely to the metal. I found myself having to soak the pot in soapy water for hours just to scrub away the hardened, burnt rice, which completely defeats the time-saving convenience of having an automatic rice cooker in the first place. Furthermore, the unsealed glass lid tends to rattle noisily and spit starchy water onto the countertop while the water is boiling vigorously, leaving a mess behind. 6. Instant Pot Duo 7-in-1 Electric Pressure Cooker. I have had an Instant Pot in my test kitchen for years, and its inner cooking pot is made from high-quality, uncoated food-grade stainless steel, making it a fantastic non-toxic option. It's heavy, incredibly durable, and completely free of any synthetic non-stick materials, which immediately gives you peace of mind when cooking at high temperatures for your family. When I tested its dedicated rice button, I was intensely curious to see if a massive pressure cooker could truly match the delicate, gradual steaming process of a traditional rice cooker. The Instant Pot uses high pressure to force moisture into the grains, which drastically reduces the overall cooking time, allowing you to get a batch of dense brown rice or wild rice onto the dinner table in a fraction of the time it would normally take. It also allows you to seamlessly saute onions, garlic, or spices directly in the pot before adding your rice, which is wonderful for making incredibly flavorful pilafs. But despite its multitasking prowess, using the Instant Pot purely as a dedicated rice cooker left me quite disappointed with the final texture of the grains. I constantly found that the rice came out either overly mushy from trapped steam or unevenly cooked, lacking that distinct, fluffy separation you easily get from a dedicated machine. Additionally, because the silicone sealing ring inside the lid tends to fiercely absorb the strong odors of whatever savory stews or curries you cooked previously, I often found my plain white rice carrying a faint, highly unappetizing hint of yesterday's chili. 5. GreenLife Healthy Ceramic Non-Stick Digital Rice Cooker. When I first started testing this model, I was immediately drawn to its beautiful, vibrant exterior and the fact that its inner pot utilizes a specialized ceramic non-stick coating. This ceramic surface is naturally derived from sand and is completely free of PFAS, PFOA, lead, and cadmium, meaning it absolutely will not release toxic fumes, even if the machine is accidentally overheated. I was genuinely impressed by the digital interface on this machine, which offers intuitive, remarkably easy-to-read presets for white rice, brown rice, quinoa, and steel-cut oats. During my testing, I threw in a large batch of notoriously difficult-to-cook short-grain brown rice, selected the appropriate setting, and let the machine work its magic without interfering. The built-in fuzzy logic technology actively monitors the temperature throughout the cooking cycle, adjusting the heat dynamically to ensure the grains absorb the exact right amount of water at the perfect pace. The actual performance of the GreenLife cooker was a massive breath of fresh air, especially after dealing with the frustrating sticking issues of standard stainless steel pots. The nonstick ceramic surface performed beautifully, allowing the perfectly fluffy rice to slide right out into the serving bowl with just a gentle scoop of the included wooden spatula. Cleanup was an absolute breeze. It literally only required a quick wipe with a soapy sponge and a rinse, saving me a tremendous amount of time in the kitchen after a long day of work. Ultimately, this machine brilliantly proves that you do not have to sacrifice the modern convenience of nonstick technology to maintain a healthy, chemical-free home. 4. TOSHIBA Induction Heating Rice Cooker. When I brought this highly praised machine into my test kitchen, I immediately knew I was dealing with a premium, high-end appliance designed for absolute perfection. Rather than using a traditional, basic heating plate at the bottom, this cooker utilizes highly advanced induction heating technology that turns the entire inner cooking pot into a precise heat source, ensuring perfectly even cooking from all sides simultaneously. The inner pot itself is a complete masterclass in safe, non-toxic engineering, featuring a heavy-duty forged construction line with a safe, remarkably durable, and highly resilient food-grade coating that completely avoids harmful forever chemicals. When I tested this machine with premium jasmine and basmati rice, the 3D heating technology completely transformed the texture of the grains. It creates a vigorous, highly controlled thermal convection during the boiling phase, which physically agitates the rice to release optimal starches, resulting in a distinct sweetness and fluffiness I rarely achieve at home. The digital features on this TOSHIBA model are incredibly robust, offering specialized, highly tailored settings for everything from mixed grains and morning porridge to perfectly timed steamed vegetables. I absolutely loved the delayed timer function, which seamlessly allowed me to prep my rice in the morning and come home to a perfectly cooked, piping hot batch right at dinner time. The extended keep warm feature is also phenomenally designed, utilizing the induction sensors to maintain the perfect serving temperature for up to 24 hours without ever drying out, yellowing, or burning the rice. While it certainly commands a higher price tag than basic department store models, the initial investment is entirely justified by the flawless, literal restaurant-quality results it produces batch after batch. 3. nutribullet EveryGrain Cooker. I have tested a lot of kitchen gadgets over the years, but this one truly stands out because it recognizes that modern healthy eating goes far beyond just standard white rice. The sleek, minimalist design features a PFOA-free, entirely non-toxic inner pot that provides a fantastic non-stick experience while keeping your family strictly safe from harmful, degrading synthetic chemicals. What I loved most during my rigorous testing was the highly intelligent preset system specifically calibrated for a wide variety of healthy grains, including quinoa, oats, barley, and even tricky wild rice blends. I put the EveryGrain cooker through its absolute paces by cooking a dense batch of farro, a stubborn grain that usually requires constant stovetop babysitting to get right. The machine cooked it absolutely flawlessly, producing perfectly tender, delightfully chewy grains with zero sticking, zero burning, and zero guesswork on my part. Another phenomenal feature that makes this machine an absolute winner is the included steaming basket, which beautifully allows you to cook a complete, highly nutritious meal all at once. I was seamlessly able to steam fresh broccoli and a beautiful piece of salmon in the upper basket, while a gorgeous batch of quinoa cooked flawlessly in the pot below. The steam distribution is perfectly balanced, meaning my vegetables came out crisp and vibrant rather than sad and mushy, which makes weeknight meal prep incredibly efficient and entirely hands-off. The nutribullet EveryGrain Cooker is so much more than just a standard rice cooker. It is a comprehensive healthy meal station that actively encourages you to diversify your diet safely. 2. KitchenAid Grain and Rice Cooker. When I first unboxed this visually stunning appliance, its premium build quality and vastly integrated technology instantly set it miles apart from almost anything else currently on the market. It utilizes a state-of-the-art ceramic nonstick inner pod that is exceptionally durable, naturally completely free of toxins, and provides a wonderfully smooth surface that guarantees not a single grain of food will stubbornly stick to the bottom. The most mind-blowing aspect of my entire testing process was experiencing KitchenAid's groundbreaking automatic sensing technology and fully integrated scale system. You simply pour your dry rice or grains directly into the pod, and the machine actually physically weighs them for you, completely eliminating the annoying need for measuring cups. It then uses its brilliantly integrated water tank to automatically dispense the exact, scientifically precise amount of water needed for that specific grain weight, which takes every single ounce of guesswork and human error out of the equation. I rigorously tested this automated system with everything from delicate, starchy sushi rice to hearty, dense steel-cut oats, and the consistency of the results was absolutely flawless every single time. The machine features an incredibly intuitive, highly responsive touchscreen interface that lets you select exactly what you are cooking, and its advanced heating algorithms adjust the temperature dynamically to naturally prevent boiling over. You literally just dump in your ingredients, press a single button, and the KitchenAid fluidly handles the complex math and physics of cooking perfectly on its own. This machine represents the absolute pinnacle of convenience, seamlessly wrapping highly advanced, entirely foolproof technology in a gorgeous, health-conscious, non-toxic package. 1. Aroma Select Stainless Rice Cooker. After testing dozens of highly complicated machines filled with microchips and complex sensors, this specific cooker won my heart by going back to the absolute basics and executing them with breathtaking perfection. It features a stunning, brilliantly uncoated, surgical-grade 304 stainless steel cooking pot, making it undeniably the most purely non-toxic, durable, and completely safe option on the entire market today. When I fiercely put the Aroma Select to the test, I was completely amazed by how such a beautifully simple, unassuming machine could effortlessly produce such fantastic results day in and day out. It utilizes a highly responsive, ultra-durable one-touch operating system. You just press the heavy-duty lever down, and it gets straight to work rapidly boiling your water and steaming your rice perfectly. Unlike the cheaper stainless steel models I tested earlier that constantly ruin dinner, this machine seems to manage its base heat distribution vastly better, yielding incredibly fluffy, deliciously fragrant rice without instantly scorching the bottom of the pan into a charred mess. The true, undeniable beauty of this machine beautifully lies in its absolute peace of mind and its incredible, battle-tested, rugged durability. Because there are absolutely zero non-stick coatings, zero painted ceramics that could potentially chip, and zero synthetic materials touching your food, you never have to worry about using metal utensils or scratching the surface while serving your family. Cleaning it is incredibly straightforward, and if any loose starches do happen to leave a slight hazy residue, a remarkably quick scrub with a simple stainless steel pad brings it right back to looking brand new without any fear of ruining the pot. Ultra. That's all for today.